All right. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a fabulous month. I know I've seen lots of big goals being met this month. I'm so proud of you all. And I hope that it just continues to get better from here on out. So, I this morning kind of want to talk about customer care, following up, and retention. So, I like to think that I'm really good at following up and good customer care with my customers. So I kind of want to talk about kind of what that looks like. So I actually have Crystal on here this morning with me. If y'all have seen Crystal on her page, she's killing it this month. And I have been following up with Crystal, wanted to do this business with me and do the products for like over a year now. Okay. Like since I first started. And she ended up getting pregnant. She had a high risk pregnancy. So she wasn't comfortable, throwing in any products, and I totally respect that. But I'm like, I know what this business can do for people and what the products can do. So I stayed in touch with her, kept in contact. And when she was ready, which was last end of the very last day of last month, she signed up, got her products, loving them. Her husband's loving them. And now she's killing it in her business too, about sharing about how much she loves her products. So but that it was probably been like a year and a half, probably. Honestly, it's probably from the very beginning when I started that I have talked to
Right,
Crystal
right.
about Plexus. So it's like following up with that. Like you never know how many exposures somebody needs. Just like Alicia talked about yesterday, how many exposures it takes for somebody to be like, okay, this is legit. This is the real deal. And the more you not only post about it, but like following up with people about it, telling them about all the great things that are going on in your business. Um, Hang on, sorry. My sister, she has the perfect times to call. Let me see. Did that knock me off? No. Okay. Sometimes it knocks me off. I'm like, I'm about to be so mad if I have to do this again. But so following, like, you never know when it's the right time for somebody. And like by me sharing for this whole entire year and a half that I've been doing it, being consistent with sharing and getting in contact with her, just, and it doesn't have to be about Plexus. It's just building that friendship, which we don't have to do that. Me and Crystal were friends before, so that that friendship was there. But it's like for anybody new, like building that friendship with somebody and just checking in with them, and it's like the more comfortable that they are with you, the more trust they're going to put in with you about the products and about the business, and the more they're going to also follow you as well. So good following up with that, even if it's about the business or the products, but like following up with your customers, um with checking in with them, like, hey, how is your, I've said this from the beginning, check in with them the day they get their products, the whole first week that they're doing them, checking in every single day and be like, hey, how's it going? Because if they're not doing their products and they're not taking them right, you messaging them is going to help remind, okay, I need to take my products today. And then just building that also as that good customer care is going to help also introduce the business as well, because they're going to be following you, they're going to be checking in with you. And that's also how you get, like, I have people that have been ordering for like a year. And it's because I check in with them. Now, let me tell you, there's some months that I let people slip by and I'm like, dadgummit, I did not check in with them this month. And I beat myself up over it because I like to think that I'm very good at that as well. So it's like when I miss somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, it says I have not messaged them since January and it's now March. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to message them right now and be like, I'm so sorry
Mhm.
that I did not check in with you. How are things going?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so that is super important to do. I know it can get overwhelming if you have a lot of people, but I promise it's going to pay off. So I also want to talk about kind of
No,
like
I'm gonna try to leave it for a second, man. I'm gonna get home and get looked up and
starting
watch
off,
the space.
like how it looks starting off for a new silver. So Crystal is super, super, super new to the business. She started February 28th. We were actually in Fort Lauderdale, waiting to come back home the day that she bought her products from me. And she literally from day one has been like, you tell me what to do and I will do it. Perfect. I will tell you every single day what you need to do. And you know what, guys? I have told her and she has done the actions every single day. And she has signed up 5 people this
Oh,
past week
Ashley,
and
I
a
love
half.
that so much. I'm sorry, I have to pop in here for
No,
just
you're
a
fine.
second.
Go ahead.
I love how you said, she said, I'll do anything you say. You said, perfect. I will tell you everything to do. I love that. It's the coachability, but it's also having the confidence to like, I will help you. I will get you there. I love this.
Yes.
Crystal, I'm so
Yes.
happy to see you on. Okay, I'm listening.
No, you're good. So yes, and then also like getting on phone calls. I don't think there's a day that's been by that me and Crystal have not been on the phone with each other. And I'm not saying like if calling's not your thing, that's fine. But like check in with your people. If they say Crystal told me the first day I want this business, then that is the thing, the go ahead for me to be like I'm checking in with you every single day. You're telling me you're going to do the actions. You're telling me so. And she has been super coachable and has done all the things. And now it's like, I'm not even having to tell her to do the things. She is telling me, hey, I did this today. She literally woke up one morning. It was like 7 in the morning. She's like, I done sent 15 messages. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And that's exactly, I'm like, let's do this. And so I just wanted to have her on. So first, she is actually, I just want to tell you about her commitment for a second. Crystal is driving home from the PICU with her 4-month-old baby that had surgery yesterday, a major surgery. And she is driving home to go after staying the night at the hospital and was willing. When I said, hey, no pressure, you do not have to hop on this call and share, but I would love it if you could. She said, absolutely. And she is on the way home with her newborn, or not newborn, her 4-month-old baby after having a surgery and is willing to do this. So that tells me right there, like how much she wants this and how much like how all the excitement she's having. And I know she's going to bring great energy to y'all. So I'm going to kind of pass it over to her and ask her a few questions. Crystal, you ready?
Y'all just pass it over.
No, I'm
Ask
not
the
gonna pass it.
question.
So Crystal, first thing I want to say is kind of how it feels. So she signed up 5 people, guys. How it feels to be that successful that fast in the business. How did that feel? What did you do to get those 5 people? Let's ask that. What did you do to get those 5 people?
There's probably 100 messages sent. There's probably been 100 messages sent and calls and going to people's houses and people coming to mine, signing up on my porch. Devin said I shared it with all the nurses while we was at Vanderbilt, and I had one of them. They've got all of my contact info, and they said they're going to be reaching out as far as trying to build. Each individualized nurse wants a different type of cart. Some want it for weight loss. Most of them want it just for energy and to feel better and to lose the constant coffee and energy drinks that they're doing. Which nurses, they all work the 12-hour shift. So
Which one's dismissal with prejudice? Does that mean it can come back up or no?
Oh, somebody's sound is on.
yeah, it's all good. But I left my info in the PICU for all the nurses and samples. So they was all mixed a whole bunch of drinks and was all tasting all the flavors that I had. But I have like a Plexus bag and it goes everywhere with me just in case somebody wants to see something or taste one or whatever. And having that really sets you up when someone asks, well, I've heard it's not a good drink or I can't hardly drink it. Well, here, taste it. And it just throws them into it because a lot of drinks don't taste good. These actually taste really good.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And Crystal has been really good about like she's like, hey, she lives in the perfect area in town that she's like, just stop by my house, girl, and I'll get you samples. And she has helped people like sign up right there in her driveway, guys. And that to me is so like for her to do that she's been really hardcore doing it for about 2 weeks now. And she for her to do that for without me even having to tell her to do that is amazing. And that just shows like the passion also. Like you can get the passion up for the products that you have across so much better when you do things in person. Um and I know that, she's obviously doing a great job of that because she has signed up like 3 people from being in person so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
3
too
out of
on
those 5 were in person, like sitting on her couch, and she signed them up. Um, and I also have another girl on our team, Angel, that does the in person. She'll be like, "Hey, my home is open from 12 to 6 today. I've got a pot of chili and coffee in. Who wants to stop by for a sample?" And she has signed up so many people by doing those like little things like, "Hey, stop in and let's talk about Plexus." So, because it just comes across so much better when you're able to sit down and they can see the passion and see how much better you're feeling as well. So I love that, Crystal. I'm so proud of you for doing that and like stepping out of your comfort zone and doing all the things and messaging people, because I know that that is not an easy task to get a bunch of no's. So Crystal, I want to talk to you about that also because I feel like when people start off, they get a lot of no's and they get discouraged. I want to know how many no's you have gotten versus how many yeses. Oh, she might not have service. Hold on. So I'll talk for a minute. Oh, Crystal,
There
did you
she
hear me?
is.
There you are.
I'm
So I
sorry.
want to know how many.
We got home and I just now connected to Wi-Fi. So it's trying
You're
to,
fine. So I want to ask how many no's that you had versus the yeses.
75%.
Yeah.
And
And the
then the
thing
other
is
yeses haven't signed yet, but it's not a no.
exactly.
So,
And
I
those
mean,
no's may be a yes a year later.
yes.
And it's
And I've
like
had, yeah, 2 no's have reached back out. It's like, well, what information do you got on it? So we're getting there.
yeah. I think a no is a win, honestly. If you're getting like 15 no's and 1 yes, those no's were all worth it because I got told no by a lot of people in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And almost half of those people have signed up with me since. So it's
Right.
like don't just take that no as I don't want it ever. Still continue to follow up and tell people about it. Like follow up with those people. And if they're not responding after like 6 months, I'll even do the Alita message, be like, or who was it, Alita or Elisa or somebody's message? It was about, "Hey, I'll take you off of my checkup list." And not, I think I did that 1 month and I had like 9 out of the 10 people say, "No, keep checking in with me. I'll be ready sometime. Just keep checking in. Let me know about the deals you have going on." Yeah, Lisa. I couldn't remember if it was Lisa or you. So like those no's are just as important as the yeses because you just never no means not right now. It doesn't mean not ever. So the
Yeah.
fact that and it's like how you recover from those no's. Like are you saying, "Oh my gosh, 10 people didn't want it." And that's gonna take away from that one person that did. So it's like how you react to it. And Crystal said, "Okay, I got 10 no's. That's awesome, but I got that one yes." And she is getting up and still sending messages and still doing all the action steps, doing all the things, sharing about it. And she's not getting discouraged from those 10 people that told her no. And she's pushing forward with that one person that said yes, that one person that said, "I'm ready for change. I'm ready to feel great. I'm ready to earn income. I'm ready to do this." And she's, you know, picking up every day and reaching another person that will say yes. So, Crystal, tell me a little bit. Last question, and then I'll let you go.
No,
Just
you're
tell me
good.
how it feels.
Um,
How you've been feeling with the like as far I know the products you feel amazing, but like business wise, is it what you expected? I know you were kind of skeptical about it a little bit. So like how do you feel now that you've kind of been doing it for a few weeks?
um, it actually, you get a lot of no's, but you get a lot of yeses. It's the same thing as I told Christy. I signed Christy, what is today, Tuesday? So I signed her Sunday, Saturday, something like that. And she's wanting to grow her business as well. And so I told her, I said, you cannot be stopped by the no's because they're not technically no's. You're always going to get, people remember what you're doing. And a lot of people have noticed what I'm doing and the difference in me only because I'm not a big poster on Facebook. I don't post selfies. I don't like people knowing my business. I don't care to have people know. And it's not that I'm, shadowed in or anything or shut in. It's that I don't care for other people's opinions. If they don't like me, they don't like me. That's fine. And um, I know I don't have to have um, a yes to make myself feel better about what I'm doing. So I know it works. I know it feels good for me. I know it works for my family. And if I can share that and it's going to work for you, that's great. If not, that's fine too. It's built confidence for sure because I don't get out. I don't leave the house much. I stay home. So having that online that I'm posting and people are reacting and commenting, it does build confidence up a lot. And so the more
sure.
confidence you get and the more you post in it and the more confidence you get in it, the more you're going to want to post more. And it's okay to get the no's because you just got 2 yeses out of 10 no's.
Yes.
So the more you do it, I feel like my confidence has went through the roof as far as, if I post, because if some people don't like it, they're not going to post, hey, I don't like that stuff. Or if they do, it's like, okay, well, let me tell you, you just said everything that Plexus was. Let me tell you what Plexus ain't or is not. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, this is not, it may not work for you, but it's worked for me. And here's all my stuff. And they're like, oh, well, maybe, I've just been taking it wrong. My mother-in-law, for example, she says, oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Well, did you take it like the regimen said to take it? Did you take it, well, she's like, no, I didn't take the supplements because I couldn't find the time. Okay. You found the time to take the rest of your medications twice a day.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. Instead of
Yeah.
grabbing that Yellow, grab a bottle of water and a packet and roll on. Um, It's not hard to complete a regimen. It's not hard to work it in. It's just the fact if people want to do it.
Exactly. They
And
have
some
to
people
want to
don't.
do it.
And
Yeah.
some people don't. Some
Yeah.
people want it to drink a drink once a day and not be on a regimen with anything else. And miracles happen.
Yeah.
Well,
And
not
I
Jesus. I mean,
exactly.
you
And
gotta
I love
want.
that because what like it's people and by us sharing that as well, like us sharing like our consistency and like what being consistent can do for you. Like Cheryl's story also, like she has an amazing story about how she was consistent for like 6 months before she ever saw any results. And it's like if people aren't going, we live in an Amazon Prime world where they want to lose 10 pounds the first day they're doing it, and that's just
Yeah.
not realistic. Like that's just not the way that these products are. And it's like I feel like telling them off from the start, like, hey, and Crystal's good at this too, hey, these products are not going to make you skinny tomorrow, but they are going to make your health is going to be so much better from them. You're going to feel better. You're going to lose weight. Like it's going to happen, but you have to stay consistent. I feel like that transparency in the beginning and say, hey, can you give me 90 days of consistency to commit to these products, and then we can reevaluate at that time. Obviously if they have issues with the products, talk to them about it in between. If they're having some sort of side effect or some symptom that's not very great, obviously we want to change it up. But it's like not every single regimen works for the same person, and it's giving that good customer care, checking in. That's why it's so important, because you don't want that person that had, maybe they took 4 BioCleanse and now they can't get out of the bathroom, and it's like, hey girl, don't do that, take one. But it's like if we don't check in with them, how are they going to feel comfortable telling us that they're having this instead of just stopping? So I love that you said that, Crystal, because it's like the Crystal's mother-in-law actually was a customer of mine, and now she's considering signing up under Crystal, and doing that but like Crystal lives next door to her, so Crystal will be like, hey, you took your supplements today. She can give that customer care, and knowing that she's been inconsistent before, and check in with her and do all those things, and she'll feel comfortable doing that and hopefully stick with it this time. But
Yeah.
all that to say, like, I'm so proud of you, Crystal. She is going for senior silver this month. She says, I have no idea what that means. I said, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing it. I'll explain it all later. Just keep doing it. Don't worry about the ranks. Don't worry about what the bonuses are. You just keep doing it. So she is going for senior silver this month, and she's super coachable. So I know she is going to hit it. She might surpass it too. I'm cheering her on for that. She's one order away from earning the incentive this month. And it's all because of the passion that she has for the products, the in-person things she's doing, and all the action steps she's taking. And she's just super coachable. So I have no doubt that she's going to do it. I feel like I got off topic totally from what I planned on saying, but that's just the way these things go.
It happened.
So
Okay.
I am so excited for you, Crystal, and I will let you get off here and tend to that baby. Y'all send up some prayers. The prayers are being answered for her baby, by the way. She was supposed to have like up to a week in the PICU at the hospital, and she got to come home today after having surgery yesterday. So y'all send up some prayers for her, that she continues to do well, and I will wrap it up. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye.